that I ordered Chinese delivery, and that's like exciting.
So awesome.
I love it.
Yeah,
It's like every time I remember it, which is like every seconds, every minute, I'm just like, oh yeah, Chinese food.
Where'd you get it from?
I'm so hungry. What am I gonna eat today? Oh yeah, Chinese food. I'm gonna eat Chinese food. Yes.
So like every lame joke, you have the warmth of knowing that there's Chinese food coming.
Yeah, that's nice.
And I'm also heating up the oven for some sourdough bread that I'm baking.
Oh.
Ooh, fantastic.
Where'd you?
Melody, we gotta know where you got the Chinese food from.
Yeah.
From it used to be Snow Pea. Now it's called Spicy Szechuan. Spicy Szechuan.
I love
Do
that.
they
I
live
love
up to their
that
name?
they're just on the
We
nose.
just could never find great Chinese or even passable Chinese food in
Yeah.
Austin, so we're just curious as to where.
Yeah, this place is really good. It's near me.
Okay.
It's like North Central.
Okay.
But
I think-
Chinatown North is also really fucking good.
Yeah,
but
South Austin, Chinatown North was like a 5-hour drive.
Yeah, we'd have to like make a trip.
Oh. Yeah, it's they have a couple of locations, but their Taiwanese hot and sour soup is like the bomb. So good. It has like all these different spices and stuff in it that I've never tasted before that I really like. But this place, Spicy Szechuan / Snow Pea, they're like the best deal, the freshest shit, not greasy, and yeah, it's definitely the best Chinese food. I'm
Yeah.
happy I found them.
Yeah, we
We
did
had
it.
such
Wait,
a hard time.
but Texas Chinese food, did it come with a little donut?
No, I haven't seen that since Philly.
Okay, down south in
South Austin.
South
Everything
Austin,
comes with like a
everything
donut,
comes with a
chicken
little
wing.
donut and a chicken wing.
Interesting.
What?
Seth,
Like
Randy, or Nicole, do you have a
Chinese food?
preference of order tonight?
I'm gonna go with this Benny.
How about Seth, Randy, and
All
Nicole?
right, Nicole, you want to go in third?
Seth, like, how about Seth leaves here and goes and eats something?
Seth, did you get that Nivea on sale? That's a big sticker on the front.
It looks
Oh,
like it's
sorry.
running a marathon.
Is it 48% more?
Oh no, here.
Yeah, it is. It's try it 48 times.
48 ounces of
Hour.
moisture?
48 hours of moisture.
That's a pretty big claim.
Hours.
That's
more
a very
ounces.
big claim.
That's more ounces of freedom.
Than Sublime promises.
That's a line ever got.
Yes.
You know
More
what?
ounces of
If
freedom
y'all
than
haven't
freedom.
drank a bottle
God, it was a
of
good
lotion-
premise, and I fucked it, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but
Uh,
that is so
Randy,
cute.
do you have a preference on your time slot?
No, just pick it.
Pat,
Pick it real good.
Pat makes him look like
pick
he's
a
like
slot.
super cool, and everyone
Randy
it's like
slot.
a 21 Jump Street situation. Everyone's like, "Why are you in the high school and also have time traveled back to 2005?"
Yeah, that's
He's like,
That's-
"I'm looking for Corbett. Corbett, do you know him?" Then he grabs little Corbett and is like, "Do not start doing comedy. Do not get involved with the comic."
I definitely looked like I was going to that future high school in Bill and Ted's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See the Bill and
You still
Ted's.
remember for the new one?
I'm so stoked for the new one.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
I love how old and terrible those guys look. And
So good.
I say that because it looks like a directorial choice. Like they're like, we're not
Yeah.
look young. They're gonna look.
Like you guys haven't aged well.
You guys are pushing 50. Fucking deal with it. And
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Alex Winter straight up got "You'll never work in this town again," so I'm really excited to see him back.
Yeah.
You know, he started directing. I ran through his career a couple weeks ago. He
Yeah.
did
And
this
then
he did this whack ass movie. I think it was actually called Whack.
I
It
went
looked
to
amazing.
I went to like a screening interview thing with him about he's trying to do or has done a documentary about Frank Zappa
Oh,
Nice. That makes sense.
that makes
and
sense.
trying to like get in with the family and get rights to access the vaults and stuff. Yeah, that was interesting.
How
Yeah.
nice it to have such curly hair.
Oh, he did it. Is a
Oh,
movie
Jeff, hi.
a movie called
Are you signing up?
Yeah, if it's not too late, the this link worked. This was on your Facebook page, but the link on the event didn't work.
Oh no,
Oh,
a
no.
typo. I'm glad you
Bugger.
found us.
Bugger.
Corey,
We're glad you're here.
Tori, sorry.
5. Jeff, you'll be in the 5 slot.
All right,
Fantastic.
I made it. Yay!
Made it.
That's awesome.
So we're gonna get started in less than 2 minutes. At 7:10, I'm gonna cue that intro music, and then our host will take us away. The lineup is in the chat there.
Now's
Yeah.
the time to get
If
your
you-
drinks, ladies and gentlemen.
If you don't want your face on YouTube, that would be a good time to turn off
Shut
your
it down.
camera. If maybe you're talkative, mute yourself too. Like you got like a bad dog. I do.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I got a good dog.
I have 2 bad dogs, is why I'm locked in this room. In case they
Oh, I can't even like pretend to say she's a bad dog or she gets upset.
Aw.
Here she comes.
Oh.
We didn't say hi. What's up, Judy? What's up, Jim?
Hi, Judy. Hi, Jim.
Hello. I had trouble getting in too.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
Sorry, y'all.
Yeah.
That's why I was a little late.
Was it the internet or our link?
I guess it was the link because I went back to something else and used that.
Oh, okay. So it must be the Facebook.
It's the I think it's the static link is working.
Y'all,
On Facebook? Is that one?
it's like every day I've put together so many stupid Facebook events, and yet somehow I always fuck them up. Like I'll put the wrong time, or I'll be like, it's happening today. Like and I've done so many, and it seems that I just can't comprehend how to like check all the correct boxes on the Facebook link, and I apologize.
I say it was Facebook's fault and not to worry about it.
Yeah.
I'm with
Yeah.
Judy.
There you go.
Yeah. Yay!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Whiskey and Cheese Open Mic. I am your host for the evening, Corbett Cummins. I think everybody here watching the Zoom is familiar with the phenomenon that is an open mic. But for those of us who are joining us on the land of YouTube, let me just give you a quick rundown of what you are about to see. Again, this is an open mic. This is a place where art is made. This is the comedian's workshop, if you will. You are going to see jokes coming out here trying to spread their wings. You will see jokes coming out here looking to flex their muscles. You will see jokes coming out here reaching for the stars as they die in. Yes. And I want you all to be ready for this. This is going to be, it's going to be an adventure, just like life today. Nothing is guaranteed, though everything is paid for. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you a quick smattering, get you warmed up for the type of stuff you can look forward into. It is August the 12th here in Seattle, Washington. It's August the 12th in many places around the world. If you are watching this on YouTube, this might be a different date, and I apologize for the The point is, we're in August, and in August in Seattle, that means one thing: spring is finally in the air. And that is why I am wearing a crepe jacket. That's right. Mostly translucent jacket. Is open for commentary. You could come up to me and say, "Crepe Scott," and I would respond. You could come up to me and you could say, "Crepe Suzette." I would say, "I don't have a sister." Just kidding. She died in the womb.
Oh!
If you and I were to get physical, I would introduce you to these here guns, which I have named the Crepes of Wrath.
Oh.
Yes. Again, these jokes will reach for the stars. And the other day, I was listening to Janet Jackson's Nasty Boys while I was doing yoga. And I had the following thought as I retreated into baby pose because I could not do a move that was too difficult to me. My thought was, this pose ain't baby. This pose is Jackson. Janet, if you're namaste. You're welcome very much. I was thinking the other day back, and we were discussing about the pre-COVID days, and we had other things to worry about. And you may remember back in the day, the Me Too movement made us reevaluate everything. And I think every man, every male person in the world has to stop and realize that you've probably done something wrong, and you must make amends. It's just the truth. It's not a judgment. It's not really that much of a joke. You've probably fucked up and done something terrible, and it's important to make amends. And I was looking at myself making amends for all the horrible things I probably have done. And before COVID lockdown, I went up and cornered every single woman in my office and told them that I would be more handsome if I smiled more. I want unemployment now. So I got into another discussion. I was trying to explain a brutish friend, my rude and brutish friend. I have a friend, he's both rude and he's brutish, and we were having a discussion about the golden rule. I was trying to explain the golden rule to my brutish friend, and he looked me straight in the eye and said, "Go fuck yourself." And I had to think about it. The golden rule being do unto others as you would do unto yourself. And he said, "Go fuck yourself." And I thought of and now I think about him every time I masturbate.
Yay!
I was then thinking about the old adage. I have worked at comedy. I worked at trying to be a better comedian for a very long time. And I came across the old adage that comedy is this tragedy plus time, which is very silly because tragedy is a Greek word that's derived from a word that translates to goat singer or a goat song. And so basically the word it's about the people who sing to their sacrificial goats as they're led to the sacrifice. So if you do the direct translation, you're saying comedy is just singing to your sacrificial goat plus time. Which I kind of like that definition better because I hate the other definition. This idea that comedy is just tragedy plus time, like some horrible thing happens. Like comedy is basically going to Taco Bell and later having diarrhea. Not that Taco Bell is the tragedy. The tragedy, eating Taco Bell is delightful. The tragedy is the second you're done with the Taco Bell and all the shame just sort of comes in. And then that sits with you. And then 2 hours later, you have explosive comedy. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what we have for you tonight here at Whiskey and Cheese Comedy Open Mic. And I would like to introduce to the spotlight your first comedian of the evening, Randy Stroud. Please give a round of applause, everybody. Randy Stroud.
Woo!
Yay!
Hey, you guys, you're going to be so excited about this. I'm here today to talk to you about Jesus. Okay. Not only is Jesus a miracle, okay, born via Immaculate Conception, but he had to be born of a virgin too. I mean, what are the chances? Can you imagine that happening right now? They'd probably get a reality TV show. First episode. Mary can't convince Joseph that she's been faithfully awaiting their wedding night. with DNA testing not advanced enough to work on God's, he's just going to have to take her word for it. Tune in next week to see Jesus save a prostitute. And that's basically the timeline we get of Jesus's life in the New Testament. And like, there's all this hype around Jesus's birth, and then all of a sudden he's a grown ass man, like doing miracles and shit, just turning water into wine. I'm not saying that's not a great story or that Jesus wasn't a God, okay? But the story is really a masterclass in drama. You have the pure, untainted Virgin Mother, the God Dad, who is invisible and also provides minimal child support that we know of. I mean, I think when he was baptized, he might have like yelled down, "Yo, that's my son." But other than that, like, Jesus was on his own right up until his death, you know, the crucifixion. Apparently it's pretty commonplace back then, you know. It was like, don't steal even if you're starving, because we're gonna nail you to a tree in front of everyone for entertainment. It was before circuses. I mean, again, I just imagine what that would look like now, like as a TV show, like maybe a mix of American Gladiators meets American Idol. 5 strangers about to get crucified must compete in a game of balance and talent. Your livelihood depends on your coordination. And then people would like text in to vote to see who dies. And then they drop that person in a volcano and everybody would cheer. Tune in next week to see what happens to the tax collector. Spoiler, he gets his guts ripped out by a crow because you don't double cross Jesus, bitch. Okay. The crucifixion scene, though, does remind me of the theater. People are thrown up on stage for judgment, and the crowd gets to determine who dies. I guess that's where cancel culture was born. But real life isn't a story or reality TV. Our decisions have consequences. In the real world, you need sperm to have a baby. And that sperm could have came from Joseph. He really didn't hear his side of the story. He could have raped her and been like, "Listen, Enchantress, you're going to pretend like you got magically pregnant from God. I'm trying to get a town council position, okay?" And then Mary plotted her revenge. And that is really what the book of Revelations is about. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Randy. For some reason, I just kept at the end. I was just thinking of like Mary and Cardi B, like some like very similar energy. just putting Joseph in this goddamn place over and over again. Like in this fantasy, Joseph is like Ben Shapiro, you know, just whining. He's taking over. Anyway. Speaking of white guys with voices, we're gonna move on to our next. He is a absolute delight. Good friend of mine. I'm very happy to see him again. Please welcome to the spotlight, Mr. Seth Lazier.
Got the thumbs up icon for you guys.
That looks so good.
Proper intro. That's good. Last week my intro was, "This next guy could go fuck himself." Corbett, I want you to be my personal host and fluffer for the rest of my life. That'd be nice. I'd also like to thank my sponsor, Bill. He got me off drinking. Good job, Bill. There we go. I got my jokes right here. This was last week, and it was up and down, especially at the end. But you know, we'll see what happens. Also, I got my laptop set up before. I was just doing it through my phone, and it would get distracting because, you know, midgets. But anyways, let's do this. Why did I say that? Okay. Also, Corbett looks like he started at least 6 boy bands today. Give a shout out to Corbett. You're a wonderful host so far. Okay. So it's August, so that means the fall holidays are coming up. And last year I dressed as a slutty cat for Thanksgiving. And it didn't go well with Grandma. She was wondering. Anyways, that was joke 1. I'm gonna call it. I just want to give you guys a hot tip out there. If you're gonna go outside, for safety's sake, fart. Let it rip. Because for one, it ensures social distancing. And also, if somebody can't smell it, that's one of the signs for COVID, so they should get tested. So, you know, look out for people who need lots of leave. Like that. We did it. Some of my jokes are ahead of the time. I just want to say that. 10 years ago, I was making jokes about Billie Eilish. People were wondering why I was joking about some random 8-year-old girl in Los Angeles, but you know what? Time has proven me right. I got a feeling that I'm getting one of you at a time per joke. I'm a comedy sniper. There we go. Each joke is specifically tailored to each person. So, which helps because on YouTube we only got 48,000 viewers, so I got 47,994 jokes to go. My mom quit smoking when she was pregnant with my little sister. Coincidentally, my little sister's the only one who owns a house between us. Thanks, Mom. I'm on the Iowa test there. Okay, let me put a check mark there. That's good. My last job in an office, I got in trouble because I held the door for a coworker. It was the door to a bathroom stall. He didn't appreciate it that much. See, that wasn't sexist because it was a man. Don't worry, I don't tell jokes about bitches. So. That one's for me, so I just want to say that. I respect you, bitches. Don't worry. I should stop saying bitches because I don't want to be known as the guy who calls men bitches. So NASA has a Hall of Fame, which means naturally there's some astronauts too crappy to make the Hall of Fame. Like some guy forgot a helmet or got the moon. Who knows? Also, I read Neil Armstrong's autobiography. 1969, landed on the moon. 1994, divorced. That's 25 years of pent-up rage about the moon. So, like they had a dinner party and Neil's like, hey, someone says, hey Neil, tell me about the moon. And Loretta's like, oh, enough about the goddamn moon. That moon put the Mustang in the garage, Loretta. Neil Armstrong, really a one-hit wonder. Really, his second album was How can you follow the moon? It's like I can't get no satisfaction. Then lived off, I can't get no satisfaction. I mean, like went to Antarctica and discovered like stuff. Who knows? Neil. Okay. That joke didn't get enough buzz. I know. And that's the best line from my set. I'm gonna end on telling you guys I'm fascinated with space. I got above me, you can't see it because of the camera angle. This is a map of the Milky Way galaxy. We're right there. I tried not to lift my arm during that because of my pit stain. But I studied astronomy in college. And if you're wondering why I'm not neck deep in the NASA poontang, it's because that's astrophysics. Astronomy means I could work at any museum gift shop from coast to coast. When you ever look up and you see the Big Dipper, that's 75% of the degree right there. But in all seriousness, I'm done.
Seth Lazier, everybody! Seth Lazier putting Neil Armstrong in his place and then Buzz Aldrin on top. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. This is the types of absolute balls out comedy you can expect to see more of. Speaking of balls out, we're moving on to our next comedian. She comedian has performed all over the country, has hosted burlesque, has gone on tour, has been seen in incredible places such as North Dakota, I think North Dakota. Please welcome to the spotlight, Miss Nicole Rasa.
It's me, Nicole Rasa. It's true. I actually am really bummed out because I saw that Sturgis is still happening this year. And like I've played Sturgis because if you're a comedian, like that's a pretty good gig to get in South Dakota. But then the week before Sturgis, if you plan it right, you can play the Testy Festi, Missoula, Montana, which is a celebration of Rocky Mountain oysters. And I have played the Testicle Festival, and I have tasted a Rocky Mountain oyster, and I'm here to tell you they taste a lot like the rest of the cow. They're beefy and chewy, and they are inexplicably served with cocktail sauce. I don't know. I also like saw like at this thing, it was like the week before Sturgis, like they go through the Testicle Festival on their way to Sturgis, and I saw like so many drunk bikers fucking in the parking lot. I think it gave me the flu because the next day I refused to leave my hotel room, and I think I don't know. It was anyway, I put a bull's testicle in my mouth and it was bad. I'm excited that Corbett said my last name in a very flourishing way. This is the thing. Corbett, you're my dog and I love you, but my new last name is pronounced Rasa. Do not feel bad. Do not feel bad. Everyone, when they sees the letters R-O-S-S-A, cannot help but become overwhelmed with the need to make it more exciting and than it is. People see it. I mean, it drives them wild. It drives them wild. I'm gonna be like totally honest with you guys. This is my third last name of my life. So I was born Nicole Hoff. I was adopted by my stepdad, and I became Nicole Lucas. And now I'm Nicole Rasa because I've gotten married. And some people are like, you have nothing if you don't have your name. Fuck your name. It doesn't. It doesn't. If you got a pretty enough face, it doesn't fucking matter. Now my name is Nicole Rasa, right? And one of the reasons I changed it was because people respond to it in lots of different ways. Like people who are either like Latino or Italian see ROSSA and it lights them up. They're just like,
Rosa.
like no problem. They're like Rosa, Rosa,
Yeah.
Rosa. Like it just like it really excites them, right? And then I'll be like, no, sorry, it's just Rasa. Some people choose not to accept the actual pronunciation of the name. Not a problem. It's okay. I can always benefit from people thinking that I'm like them. Like that is absolutely brown, usually curly hair. I have brown eyes. People are like, where the fuck are you from, Nicole Ross? Like, it doesn't matter. Are you going to give me a discount? Or are you not going to give me a discount? Because when people see Rasa, I think they imagine ruffles.
Mhm.
Right? Think about it. Think about the name Rasa, everybody right now. Are you thinking about ruffles? Are you thinking about ruffles and maracas? Can you not? Because you fucking know you are. That's like the terrible tragedy of being last named Rasa. Is like people get excited. They're like on vacation. They're like in some sort of romantic language locale. Who knows? Lots of the world speaks romantic languages. And Ross is there. And the Ross is there. And then I have to go, no, actually, it's it's pronounced Rasa. Fucking face just saying. It's like I've ripped them out of this fantasy of a good time and like an exotic locale, and I'm like, nah, you're just back here in Cleveland. It's Rasa. I guess I don't have an answer to that. It is cool to kind of when people make me really mad, like on the phone, they'll be like, excuse me, Miss Rosa, I am so sorry. And I'll be like, you don't have to do the accent, it's Rasa. It makes them feel really bad, and I usually get a refund on whatever I'm That's kind of worth it in the end, honestly. Let's see. I'm thinking about how I'm so glad during COVID and modern times that I'm not dating. Ben and I, there he is, my handsome husband, met on OkCupid. And on OkCupid, it was different than like Tinder because you had to like put in information about yourself before you had sex with someone in a car. Make sure you guys had things in common. So like I always put on, you know, like stuff like that, like my talents, and one of the things I can do is sew. But I would never want to tell anybody in the modern age that I can sew, because racists are always looking for seamstresses. Because outfits don't make themselves. And I got like kind of wide hips, so I breed good. No, I don't. What else did I want to tell you guys about? What? Betsy Ross? Oh, I forgot that one. Ben, tell them Betsy Ross. Oh, no. You either have to be so Klan outfits or the American flag. That's Betsy Ross.
Okay, so
Betsy Ross. Recently, a friend asked me what my last meal would be. And I said, it doesn't matter as long as it gives me diarrhea. Right. Let the executioner deal with that. This is going to be the horrible thing is that the world is gonna collapse and like I'm actually gonna have to request my last meal and I'm going to have to give myself diarrhea just to make this legit, or people will cancel culture my ghost. She actually did have diarrhea when she died. She ate 100 oysters and she was very sensitive to fructose, so she ate. I don't know if I wanted to talk about WAP, and I was gonna ask my parents if they had ever heard of it. Mom, are you there? Mom, they're on mute.
Yes, dear.
There she. Oh wait, I muted her again. Uh-oh. Mom.
Yes, dear.
Mom, have you guys heard about WAP?
No. What's that? You're scaring me.
Yeah, that's legit, Mom.
Yeah, that's legit. It's a song by artists Cardi B and Megan the Stallion. And it's about a body part. What do you think that WAP might mean?
You're asking me.
Yeah.
How about that? Waist, ass, and penis.
Whoa.
Wait, did you just say waist, ass, and penis?
Yes, I did, dear. Yes.
Regular viewer. It's true.
Cool. I wish that was about waist, ass, and penis, because that was woke shit.
Cognitive test.
Wait. What did you say?
Oh, cognitive test.
Cognitive test. All right. Well, I'm gonna mute you guys again because I'm gonna continue, and I don't want to hear. It's a song called "Wet Ass Pussy." It's a popular song. Silence. Fair. They muted themselves upon hearing. That's all right. Thank you, parents. Honestly, I was disappointed that I wasn't going back to school because I had been laid off until that song came out. Because I'm not willing to hear a child sing it. And they will. And they'll be like, you don't know what it means. I'll be like, I do know what it means. And I wish I was fucking dead, but it's only 10:30, so I want to go fuck home. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Norman, take it away. Take it back. Thank you.
Ladies.
Thank you, Nicole Rosa.
And gentlemen, Miss Nicole Rosa. One more round of applause for her.
Yeah.
Nicole Rosa. With the stats. No, with Rosa. I'm respecting the name. Nicole Rosa with the stats that span from bull testicles in her mouth to diarrhea with gallows to wet pussy, and yet it was technically a family set because she involved her family. Speaking of fantastic family members, we're going to move on to a husband, a man who is married to a woman, who is normally the host who helps keep this whole show together. Please welcome to the spotlight, Mr. Tori Stroud.
Woo!
I just wanted to let everybody know that the reason that why Seth kept himself on mute is because he was actually listening to that song, WAP. So I'm going to try something new tonight. So bear with me if there's technical difficulties, but for the longest time since I was a child, Weekend Update was my favorite part of Saturday Night Live. I dreamt of being on it ever since I was a kid, and I'm like, this is the closest I'll ever get, so I'm going to live my life on our Whiskey and Cheese comedy show. Okay, so bear with me, guys. All right. So, anyways, our leading story tonight. I don't know if you heard, but finally, Joe Biden picked a vice presidential candidate. Right? And come on, pretty good pick. And I just know this has been long awaited. Now Trump can, at long last, know who to direct those sexist tweets towards. So. Now, I, for one, am most looking forward to the vice presidential debates, which will obviously be moderated by Pence's wife, so that he's not alone on stage with another woman. This will be the closest that Pence ever gets to a three-way. It's also the closest he'll ever get to sex. So, I mean, look at this picture. Like, the guy's definitely in a nipple play. Like, dude, that's not where your heart is. Okay? This is just the only time that he's allowed to touch them. So that's, Oh, man. So there's a lot of debate about mail-in voting right now. And I don't know why, but Republicans are attacking this thing like crazy. And what's wild about this is, one, there's absolutely no proof that they have that it would lead to widespread voter fraud. And then two, that they continuously use it themselves in the past. Currently, it seems to plan to in the future, all the way up to the president. He's done it as well. So to be clear, they're not against mail-in voting. They just don't want you to do it. So it's pretty much the same way they feel about abortion. In other news, the Portland protests are peaceful once again after the military-style troops of unknown origin left the city. So it makes you wonder who was really like escalating that violence there, right? It reminds me when I was a little kid and I would fight with my little brother, and I would take his own hand and slap him in the face with it. And I would quit hitting yourself, right? See, he wasn't really hitting himself. I was hitting him. I was the aggressor. See, I didn't get that, I guess, but in a surprise meeting, Kanye met with Trump, and we don't know the results of the meeting yet, but the ACLU has already preemptively filed lawsuits against both of them for racist comments. Can you imagine the vibe in that meeting? I mean, that had to be pretty awkward. Kanye was obviously there 3 hours early because he's on his own damn time zone. And then I imagine Kushner arrived very promptly on time, being wheeled in like Hannibal Lecter. All right, so my last story that I'm going to cover, U.S. intelligence agencies have came out and said that Russia is actively working with some Republican agencies to get Trump reelected. The evidence of this was that they realized that they were Russian to have Trump Putin power. And that is the last joke.
Tory Strat, everybody! And that was the motherfucking news. That was awesome. I was slightly distracted at the last one because I just kept seeing penises on those towers, but the rest of it, I was focused.
Surprised me how much the Kremlin looks like Disney World.
Yeah.
Kremlin looks
I was
like.
thinking.
It also, Kremlin also looks like the opening to what the P tapes look like, is what I think.
Oh, yes, DJ.
All right. Speaking of pissing people off, our next comic who deserves a much better introduction than what he's getting right now. He is a fantastic comic. My first time seeing him perform, so I'm really excited to see what he does. Please welcome to the spotlight, closing us out, Mr. Jeff Shaw.
All right. Hi, everybody. I'm Jeff, but you can call me by my street name, WAP. Although I'm still inside doing virtual mics, I have been venturing out. I'm proud to say that in the greater Cleveland area, the Supercuts locations are finally open. I'm excited. I love Supercuts. Where can a cool-looking guy like me walk in with $6 and walk out looking like Elizabeth Warren? There's an example of a joke I was hoping wouldn't work. It's fun to make the best of this pandemic with everybody tonight because the pandemic has ruined my life in so many ways. It's ruined little things too, like my time travel fantasies. Before the pandemic, I would like fantasize about traveling to the future and getting the winning Powerball numbers. But thanks to COVID, I haven't bought a Powerball ticket in 5 months. I'm afraid I'll win and lose my unemployment. Before the pandemic, fantasizing about time travel was fun. Yo, man, if I had a time machine, I would go back to the Last Supper and warn Jesus about Judas. That's right, Judas, I'm here to betray you. What do you think about them apples, son? And I'm not doing this for 50 pieces of silver either. All I'm getting is an Amazon gift card, and you don't know what that is because you ain't got no time machine, Bubba. Speaking of which, any of you fellas like to go back to the future with me? I'll turn you on to YouTube because if you get a kick out of Jesus's miracles, wait till you see a squirrel water ski. But now, since the pandemic, my time travel fantasies have gotten boring. Yo, man, if I had a time machine, I would go back to February and eat dinner at the Golden Corral. Then I'd go straight up to the dessert bar and cough my head off. I don't know if I got a couple more minutes, but I really liked Tori's jokes as I'm a big fan of Saturday Night Live, but also I still watch all the late night shows. So when I'm watching, I'll jot down my own monologue joke ideas. And this week, there's a lot of stuff to write jokes about. The president was removed from his daily press conference on Monday because the Secret Service shot a gunman right outside the White House. Yeah. Staffers ignored the gunshot at first because they thought it was the sound of Trump's coronavirus strategy backfiring. Republicans are considering holding President Trump's convention speech on the White House South Lawn. As soon as Trump heard this, he got excited and sent Eric in search of 1 million folding chairs. Then he announced plans to build a new Trump hotel on the North Lawn. Joy talked about this. Trump went off on absentee voting again this week. You know, the more I hear him go on about what a sham mail-in ballots are, the more I think he has them confused with mail-in rebates. And finally, Trump tweeted that it sounds like a good idea to put him on Mount Rushmore. I agree. Who better to put on the side of a mountain than someone with rocks in his head? Hey-o! 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 Thanks, everybody!
Yeah!
All right.
Closing out strong, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jeff Shaw.
Yay!
That was fantastic. Well,
this is a great show, everybody. This is a lot of fun.
yeah, that's actually my job, Jeff. You're done.
All right.
And he just
All right.
disappeared.
Yeah, see about that. I can host a show too, man.
I can't do it. Wait, man, I got a job to do.
Got a new symptom of COVID. You turn into a wall.
Yeah. Well, while we're on the topic, obviously there's more time. So if
No,
you,
everybody talk. That's cool. Just get going. No, we'll do this by fucking committee. Awesome. Let's do it.
hold on.
I will entertain a motion to end
Corbin
this
wants
shit.
to
How about
be
that?
Corbin, do your gavel.
Oh.
You guys.
Go ahead. It's fine.
Yeah, I put you back on spotlight, Corbin.
Oh, there. Oh, okay. Sorry, that was my committee. Anyway, it's been adventure. It's been a fantastic evening. I want to say one more. We've covered so much ground. Before I close out here, we've put a lot of motherfuckers in their place. Me, Joseph, Neil Armstrong, Donald Trump, Eric Trump, testicles, the Kremlin, and fucking Judas, guys. That's there. We've done a great goddamn job. Round of applause to our comedians. Thank you to Randy Stroud, to Seth Lazier, to Nicole Rassa, Tori Stroud, and Mr. Jeff Straw. My name is Corbett Cummins, and we look forward to seeing you next week, which will not be an open mic. It will be a curated show where you will not see comedy be made. You will see comedy perfected. There. Thank you so much, and good night.
Woo! So
Hey,
now,
everybody.
now can I get my shout out? Do I have permission, Corbett?
Oh yeah, go for it. Yeah.
I just wanted to say, obviously, we have some extra time. So if you know anybody that wants to get on stage, we can fit up to about 7 if everyone sticks to their time. So yes, I will stop recording.
That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, spread the word, guys. We have more spots, and it is first come, first serve. So that's all. I just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah. Invite your friends. Yeah. Great show.